Imagine a nation engulfed in shadows, a corner of the world where mysteries and truths merge so closely that distinguishing reality from legends becomes a real challenge. Welcome to North Korea, a country that breaks all molds, presenting itself on the global stage not just as another place, but as an enigma that sparks both fascination and debate. Today, we invite you to forget everything you thought you knew and join us on an unparalleled adventure. Are you ready to explore the secrets of one of the most enigmatic and closed nations in the world? Make sure you're prepared, because this journey is about to change your perception of North Korea and perhaps of everything we know. Welcome to the Fascinating Traditions channel. Here, we unravel fascinating secrets and explore the incredible world around us. Don't miss out on the discoveries. Subscribe now, activate notifications, and embark on this knowledge adventure with us. In a move that highlighted both its political and cultural uniqueness, North Korea made the decision in 2015 to march to the beat of its own drum in terms of time, introducing a unique time zone. By setting their clocks back 30 minutes, the Pyongyang time was born, standing as a symbol of independence from Japanese colonial rule. However, this marked emphasis on a distinct identity found a turning point in 2018, when, in a gesture of rapprochement towards its southern neighbor, North Korea synchronized its clock with South Korea's, sealing a rare moment of unity in a historically fractured peninsula. Within the intricate web that forms North Korea's culture and politics, the Jewish calendar holds particular importance, serving both as a means to measure time and a powerful statement of its ideals. Originated in 1912, coinciding with the birth of Kim Il-sung, the founder of the dynasty that still rules with an iron fist, this calendar is a fundamental piece in forging national identity. Under the shadow of Juche, the doctrine of self-reliance that drives the country's direction in all aspects, the Juche calendar is a living testimony of the unique perspective North Korea offers to the world. The Juche calendar goes far beyond being a mere method to organize time in days, months, and years. It represents a powerful emblem of North Korea's autonomy and distinction in the eyes of the world. By choosing the birth year of Kim Il-sung as the starting point, North Korea not only honors the architect of its nation, but also draws a clear ideological line, distancing itself from global traditions and reinforcing the cult of personality around its leaders, which permeates every facet of life in the country. The adoption of the Jewish calendar over the Gregorian reflects the ambition to reinterpret history in a way that suits its rulers. In this context, every holiday, event, and significant moment is seen through the prism of Jewish ideology. This turns the passage of time from a simple succession of dates into a narrative canvas filled with the heroic deeds of its leaders, emphasizing their dedication to self-reliance and their opposition to foreign influences. In the year 2024, or year 113 according to the Jewish calendar, North Korea continues to stand out for its steadfast refusal to align with global guidelines, persisting on its path of isolation. The presence of the Jewish calendar acts as a daily reminder to its inhabitants of the preeminence and eternity of Jewish principles, linking each day to the everlasting legacy of Kim Il-sung and ensuring the transmission of his values through successive generations of leaders. Thus, this system for measuring time surpasses its everyday use, becoming a tool for social control and education. The North Korean regime uses the Jewish calendar to sculpt the historical perception of its people, instilling in them a worldview focused on perseverance, self-reliance, and an unwavering devotion to their leaders. The calendar is not just a method for organizing days, it is the embodiment of the effort to perpetuate the revolutionary spirit, ensuring that each day is lived following the values that form the heart of North Korea's national identity. Observing North Korea through the lens of its unique calendar invites us to ponder how the concept of time, considered universal and immutable, can be interpreted and signified in distinctly different ways across various cultural and political settings. The cities of North Korea, with their imposing facades and empty avenues, exemplify the gap between appearances and reality, reflecting the complex challenge of living under this regime. These cities, built to showcase to the world a facade of success and modernity, act more as theatrical sets for foreign eyes than as spaces filled with life and dynamism. revealing the peculiar dichotomy between what is shown and what truly is in daily North Korean life. Kijongdong, located on the border that divides the two Koreas, is a perfect example of these fascinating constructions. Visible from the south, this town was designed to be a showcase of communist triumph, with towering buildings that gleam in the sunlight, impeccable public facilities, and parks and gardens that seem lifted from a fairy tale. It is a city that appears to have been lifted from a model, created to motivate South Koreans to defect to the north and prove the supremacy of the North Korean way of life. But if one looks closely enough, the reality is far from that facade. The buildings, despite their architectural grandeur, are uninhabited. The hustle and bustle that brings a city to life is missing. No lights are seen on at night, no people are walking its streets, and there is no activity in its squares. They are, in essence, ghost towns, erected as monuments to the efficacy of a carefully orchestrated state narrative. The concept of mirror cities serves multiple purposes for North Korea. On one hand, they act as powerful instruments of propaganda, designed to astonish both international observers and the North Korean population itself, presenting an alternate reality of prosperity. On the other hand, these constructions reflect the regime's eagerness to dominate not just the political and ideological discourse, but also to shape the spatial and social perception of its territory. The creation of these ghost cities also raises questions about the human and economic impact of such projects. In a nation where many lack access to basic needs, the investment of considerable resources to sustain these illusions highlights an alarming mismatch between government priorities and the urgencies of its population. These constructions also symbolize the extent of governmental control, which stretches to manipulate not only the thoughts and emotions of its people, but also their perception of reality. North Korea's mirror cities transcend their status as mere architectural anomalies. They are the tangible expression of a regime that prioritizes appearance over substance, symbolic representation over authenticity. They act as mirrors that, instead of reflecting everyday life, project the idealized version the government wishes to exhibit, a meticulously edited version that hides the cracks and challenges faced by North Korean society. They constitute a stark reminder of how narrative and architecture can shape national identity and exert social control in one of the most hermetic and authoritarian states on the planet. Interestingly, despite its general rejection of Western influences, the North Korean regime has incorporated its own version of fast food chains, reminiscent of famous establishments like McDonald's or Burger King. This interest in Western fast food suggests an intriguing duality in the country's cultural policies, allowing this culinary pleasure despite its rigid ideological regulations. Additionally, the emergence of smartphones in the country, albeit under strict supervision, indicates a cautious approach towards adopting modern technologies. The social structure in North Korea is marked by the Song-un system, a caste system that classifies citizens based on their loyalty to the regime. This hereditary criterion significantly influences aspects such as place of residence, job opportunities, and access to education, serving as an invisible marker that defines access to resources and chances for social mobility. Since its establishment at the dawn of the government, Songban has promoted a stratified society where loyalty is rewarded and dissent punished, permeating every aspect of daily existence. The hereditary transmission of this classification means that an individual's actions can affect the possibilities of their descendants for generations, cementing a deep division in society. This system not only exercises control over the population, but also fosters distrust and competition among citizens, reinforcing the social hierarchy imposed by the regime. Thus, Songban is a testament to state dominance over the individual, affecting social interactions and self-perception within the social fabric. Stratification in North Korea transcends mere accumulation of wealth or power, standing as a complex categorization structure that dictates life from birth and demonstrates how ideological control seeps into the foundation of society, creating invisible barriers that run through the national existence. North Korea, with its peculiarities and mysteries, remains a bastion of isolation in a world inclined towards globalization. Its eccentricities, from peculiar time management to architectural feats, reflect the intricate relationship between ideology, culture, and the undeniable human longing for identity and belonging. Amid its contradictions, the country continues to captivate and perplex, offering a window into a reality governed by unique principles. Thus, we have navigated together through the complexities of one of the globe's most enigmatic and misunderstood corners. But this is just the beginning. The adventure merely takes off with the curiosity and the desire to delve beyond the obvious. If you've been captivated by the revelations about North Korea, remember that there is much more to learn and discover. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it and want to support us in sharing these discoveries with more people. Subscribe to the channel and activate the notifications so you don't miss any of our future explorations. Do you have any questions, comments, or suggestions about what other global mystery we should investigate? Leave it in the comments below. Your participation is essential for our community of curious and eager explorers. Together, we will continue unveiling the secrets of our world, one story at a time. See you on the next adventure.